Hi Ruby, you did a nice job with your photograph, and choosing somebody that's less well known, I think definitely a nice choice. Having a surrealist photographer I think was kind of fun, and I really like the composition. It's very simple, tons of negative space here, and then you have, all your attention goes right to the focus, the spilled glass where the puddle is actually a string. Very clever, I think, and kind of graphic, and so those are some nice aspects to it. For yours, you decided to use a kitchen table. You said that you had difficulty finding the right weight of string, and so ultimately you went with a shoelace. And certainly I think that is fine. The idea is to use or make a recreation of sorts, and you have to use kind of what you can find, and the other options that you had didn't really show up. I think something in between would have probably been ideal. The other thing is that I think having your table angled a little more so that you have a little bit more space on this side of the frame probably would have been a little better. We get a little tight here, and I think part of the reason the illusion works so well here is because it's relatively small inside the entire frame, whereas with yours we get in kind of close, and we can, the trick of it kind of is more obvious. You said you ended up taping it on there. We don't see any problems with that. One big difference is that this is a very, very soft light. We don't see any shadows at all, and because of that, I think it keeps the illusion a little better. Here you obviously use flash, and so we see not only a reflection of the table here, but we also see it in the shoes. We see the the shoelaces. We see the big shadows right there. What I would recommend, since presumably use flash because you needed to have a little bit of flash in order to get a good exposure. First of all, a tripod and a longer exposure would have been fine too, but given the task, given the tools that you had on hand, what I would have recommended is just doing a quick edit. And for this, the spot healing brush tool is perfect. I always recommend you do these on a second layer. Make your brush just a little bigger than what you want to edit, and kind of bring it down. And then once you get that separation there, it becomes just real easy to go ahead and edit this out, and you can see how quick and easy that is. Sometimes it'll make a mistake like that, and you kind of go back and keep working at it until it's gone. I'm going to go ahead and finish this down here, and what I'm going to do then is go to the healing brush tool, and so because it's so close to these shoestrings, it's pulling from there. The difference between the two is the spot healing brush kind of decides what it wants to sample from, whereas the healing brush, if you hold on the Alt or Option key and click, that's telling Photoshop where you're sampling from, and you can kind of just bring it straight down. Now, I was a little sloppy with that. I'm going to zoom in so that we can make the thing a little smaller, and you can see that's a better effect. Oftentimes when you get that blur, if you just get a little smaller brush and get in there a little closer, then you can go ahead and fix that. And I can fix this little bit of the floor here that we warped to bring that back. And so you can see how that really makes a big difference. It also helps to better sell the illusion. The spot healing brush tool is a great way to take care of other little imperfections in a scene. We can see little spots of something white here on a table. You can get rid of those pretty quick and easy. And there's a little dust spot. This is probably on your sensor, but you can get rid of that just as well. Very, very quick and easy. Overall, I think you made some nice choices here. A few little tweaks, and I think that it would be even stronger. Let me know if you have any questions.